Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are going to be playing Satisfactory again today, picking up where we left off after the crash yesterday and finishing up the main bus and the garbage chute of awesome sinks that we're using to trash everything and keep everything flowing very smoothly. We were getting some visual slowdowns and maybe even some physical slowdowns with multiple belts being combined and then overflowing. So now with a 1-to-1 ratio, we are solid. There should not be any issues. And I did pick up a few of the pieces that happened after the crash. So we'll be able to pick up kind of like ahead of where we left off even yesterday and move on from there. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Wednesday so far. As I mentioned yesterday, there's a new episode of the Spawn Chunks available. That's on YouTube and your favorite podcasting app. That's very easy to find. Just search for the Spawn Chunks, or my name, as a matter of fact, or Pixel Riffs. Both of us will bring up the show. And I do have another episode of the Citadel Cafe in the hopper being edited. But as you can see behind me, things have changed a little bit. I have moved my Cintiq and moved the iMac, and I now have the Mac Mini transferring data and getting set up. So I thought I would let that run in the background while I stream today. And so hopefully I'll be able to edit that next episode of the Citadel Cafe a heck of a lot faster. And so that's the plan going forward. You can also look forward to, if not a video podcast from the Citadel Cafe, at least live video recordings. So if you're part of the Discord, if you're part of the Citadel Cafe Patreon, or if you're part of my Discord from a Twitch sub or a subscription on my own personal Patreon, then when we do the Citadel Cafe live, I think we're going to do like a video call. Even if the end product is only audio, having some video there for the people that do show up live, I think will be a kind of a fun bonus. So I'm going to just talk that over with Steven, see what's going on there. And it might not be every week. I don't mind being on video, but you know, depending on who the guest is, we'll have to see what's up. But anyway, that's where we are with everything. We're going to jump into Satisfactory and see what's up now. Hopefully streaming and playing Satisfactory today will not cause my computer to have as many hissy fits as it did yesterday. MindTripMedia with 100 bits, kicking off the stream. Thanks very much. I'm assuming there's going to be a work and alert notice in just a couple seconds, but very much appreciated. Cheers. If only the live recording wasn't happening at 1 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I know, SweetSandi. I would like to record at other times, but it's hard because a lot of my guests are like Eastern Seaboard folks in North America. So I'll walk you through a little bit about what's going on here. We currently have 28 belts on the main bus, and now we have 28 belts, each with their own awesome sink. They don't line up because, of course, the awesome sink itself is asymmetrical, and I line them up on the foundations rather than per the ports, so the ports don't line up, but that's okay. I think that's fine. And then the way that I solved running out of room, so I've got 24, 12 on either side. Turns out I had room for 4 here on the end. So this center column just gets split into the four different things. Now, not everything is hooked up because we have not moved over our temporary garbage chute to the main bus, and that's what we're going to do now. But it's all set up. I just realized that I had made a mistake in that this is one foundation lower than the main bus. The main bus is actually at this height, and this is lower. So we need to drop it down. But the fun part about that is that we have a little geographical anomaly here. We've got this chunk of rock here that's kind of in the way. And I'm going to use this space. We're going to close this space in. And we're going to use this space to drop all the belts down by a block. And that way it'll be encased and we don't have to worry about seeing it. So I think we're going to put a roof on this. I think the last you see of the main bus in this area is probably going to be here. That would be my guess. I think I have to start it here, yeah. Yep. That's the plan, is to have that all covered up. And so we'll drop them probably in the front part. This part might actually be okay to expose. So I'm going to leave this part the way that it is. This is the part we're definitely going to need to cover up, I think. Yeah. Oh, that side might not be something we can cover up. Right. Actually, you know what? I think... Yep. We'll drop them on this side. So this side will keep the height. Obviously, I have to move some of this stuff. Let's move this hyper tube. Really feeling the frame rates around here being really low. This is main power coming in. Move these over here. I think this just comes straight down from above. Oh, that's main power going out. Okay. I think I can just hook this to that. MindTripMedia says I haven't mowed an hour before lurking. Nice. Well, good to have you. Blast Jordan, normally 6 a.m. for me, but I'm not awake at 6. No. I don't imagine. I'm more flexible. Steven has got a full-time job, so evenings are generally the better place for him. In terms of a recording time. I guess we'll do paper tube over here. I don't utilize this wheel menu as often as I should. Okay, that's solid. So right, we're going to use the second level to take things down. So I'll start with each side. So what has to happen here is it's going to come down from the top. Might as well make it look nice. It's cool how the curve creates like this nice little S curve. Maybe we'll do that. We did this before, actually, at the front, where we have to go through this giant rock. I sort of used the game's ability to run things through the earth geometry. You like the curve mode? Yeah, I want to do more with it. We haven't done any new factories, and everything in Devastator is such a straight line. So we can also hook up this part here. And I got one more over this way. And that just gets cut off, that's fine. What we should do there is an overflow for that. So we'll do a splitter. Not gonna play nice, is it? What just happened there? Wrong spot. Right, so now the SAM is going to flow through and get destroyed. So it'll go down a level there, and it should come out on the top side over here. Second from the top. Second from the left. Yep. Nice. So this will make sure that we are bringing in enough things for the factory. Low 88, hello. Sorry I haven't replied yet on Discord. I've just been so busy setting up the new Mac behind me that I haven't had a chance to dive into more AI stuff today. Something that I want to request, actually, if anybody knows of a good or several good AI podcasts, I imagine they're out there. I'm just wondering, if there might be room for me to do one. I'm not sure exactly how I would approach it. I imagine a lot of them are very technical. I've been trying to watch some YouTube videos, and man, some people have been putting together some very informative but very dry YouTube videos. So I'm hoping to maybe have more accessible content. Oh no, what's going on there? Why is that lower? Did I lose one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's not 5. This does not exist. Yeah, the echo when you're down here is weird with the high-pitched deletion tool. A little strange. It's cool, but it catches me off guard too. Alright, that's that column. Some of these don't have belts on the other side, so you have to do this in the right order. I should have done this right from the get-go. I'm not sure why I didn't think about it. Maybe I just didn't have the room. I don't remember. There's always space for another podcast. Your non-marketing and non-programming background should be quite unique. That's cool. Thanks, Lo. I appreciate it. The other thing I was thinking about doing, and I don't know if this is a thing, I haven't looked at it yet to see whether it's something that happens a lot on Twitch, but I thought it would be cool to try and maybe do some like Twitch streams while I'm programming something, or I don't know. I don't know how exactly I would want to do it. But so we are 3 in from the side. 1, 2. That's this one here. That's not going to get hooked up yet. This goes to there. We don't necessarily need this particular space. I have to start hooking other things up now. We're going to have some backups of machines. All of this needs to go. I'm trying to do this in a way that our machines don't back up. Okay, delete that. We've not done this yet. Clev Prof, hello, welcome in. That's cool, though. I really appreciate that you stick around and listen even with the train commute. That's very cool. Right. Do I have everything going down to the next level? I think I do. Not missing anything. That's really cool looking. I like watching stuff kind of like slope down. You could do some like roller coaster type stuff with a future build. Like there's a lot of creative opportunity with these new modes. I'm also building rather slowly today. If people are not sure why I'm just kind of going at a snail's pace, it's because I find that if I push too hard, I get a lot of frame drops with all of the UI that's on screen. And so right now we're just kind of focusing on getting it done once properly, and then I'll worry about speed later. We are also running very low on aluminum sheets, so I need to like siphon off some sheets. Oop. I also need to not be shot into an accidental hypertube. I have ideas for audio cues for that, but the Google Voice that they used for Ada is no longer publicly available, at least not in an easy way. I think I found a workaround, but I need to do some digging on how to implement that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Don't need that. Don't need that. Anything else I don't need? Don't. I really want to make like a bio facility too. I think that'd be fun. Where we can turn all of our stuff into like green gas. I think this is the last two on this side. Trying to keep those flowing as long as I can. MindTripMedia says, I follow a few people who code on stream. I was surprised how many others watch them. I'm not sure if I was going to do any coding. The issue there, and this would be a personal exercise, would be in video games like Satisfactory and Minecraft and stuff like that. I really don't like backseat gaming, and I'm sure that I will be doing things very wrong, and I'm sure that people will have opinions, and I'm sure there will be a lot of backseating in a coding stream or something like that. The problem is that I would probably want that. Like, I would want someone to show me what I'm doing wrong, or tell me, hey, actually, you're going to run into some issues if you continue doing it that way. You should probably do X instead of Y, just so you know. But I feel like it would be hard for me to train my brain to like that, to enjoy that. Do you know what I mean? I've got to decide whether I want to be able to see in here. Like right now, we've got these open. We can turn them into closed windows. But for now, they're all very open. Right, for example, we don't need that anymore. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's on the other side here? This just ends. Because we take them up to another level. That's right. I'll leave that as potentially available. And maybe we'll just have... I'll just do like a little... I wish we had more symbols for signs. Like I want like a do not enter, you know what I mean? But they don't have that. I guess I could use that. I guess it's not going to animate? Well, that's weird. Sorry, that's fine. That'll do. Clev Prof, subscribe with Prime. Thanks very much. Had my Prime sub for this month, so thought, who better? Well, thanks very much. That's kind of you. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Make sure that you join the Discord if you have not already. Looks like you're just on a first month, so join your Discord and your Twitch accounts if you have not done that, and then look for the Joel Duggan Discord in the Connections tab. We had some issues yesterday. It may take a few minutes, like 10 to 20 minutes before you're available or able to do that. But you should be able to link it up. And then you can hang out with us and talk about all kinds of things. Video games, AI, all kinds. Alright, so that's 8. I want to make sure that I've got all 8 of these hooked up down the line. Good to know that we've got steel pipes to spare. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cool. I think I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to leave this as like an open viewing thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to make those look good. Right now they look like crap, but... share my Prime sub with my partner on an alternating month by month, so can't guarantee I'll be able to continue. Not sure if how this affects Discord membership. Discord membership is based on either a Prime sub or a Tier 1 sub, or a membership on patreon.com/JoelDuggan, which is only $2 a month, which is less than Twitch, or a membership on Citadel Cafe on Patreon. It's just an auto link. I audit my Discord about once a month. I am not the best at auditing once a month, so I think the Twitch bot will remove you after like a week's grace period or something like that, because sometimes people want to wait until I'm live to resub. And I tend to not remove people when I audit the Discord if I know that they're a regular in the Discord. Like if they often sub and there's like a lapse in the sub, I was like, well, they'll probably resub in a minute, right? So I tend to just let them be. So here I dropped it down for some reason. I don't know why, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to take this straight. This is also going to get moved. Now, none of these have got belts on them. So I'm going to put these across here. Remove that. And I guess I could probably these I don't have belts on them on purpose because I want to like be able to look at a glance and know what lanes I have open, so we'll leave that as well. But it's probably going to be worth putting in these as well. We'll go here. That way, if we know there's nothing coming, we're not expecting it. I was trying to think if there'd be a way for me to be able to use vertical mergers and stuff in here, but it just got too complicated. I think this is the rubber, but we removed all that. Alright, so we're all the way to the middle lane, so I'm going to go double check that the middle lane is all hooked up. So, another 8. I feel like I just saw something that wasn't... Nope. So... Yep, those are all hooked up. There's nothing coming in on them, but there's no missing links on these 8. They all look like they're hooked up appropriately. Yep. I really want to do something cool with like curved belts now. Just linked Twitch and Discord for the first time and everything worked perfectly. I'm in the Discord. Oh, good. Welcome in, Clef Prof. I know there were some issues yesterday, but it all seems to be working now. Oh, that's great. That's good. That means that anybody else that's listening that wants to use a Prime sub, Tier 1, or even just go through Patreon. Patreon seems to be pretty snappy. Usually the Patreon bot lets people in right away. It's part of the reward system thing. All right, so we are slowly but surely removing all of these cross splitters and stuff. Stuff there. That's the middle. It was a quick and dirty solution, I think, before. That's why everything is so messy. Why am am I sending limestone down here? It must be for something else. Blast Jordan, thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it. Okay. Time to just bite the bullet. Delete everything and hook everything up with single tracks. Getting a little bit tight in through here. I find the echo is a little inconsistent. I'm not sure if anybody else is picking up on that. None of these belts should be full, so we should be able to get this stuff sunk. Why is that not moving? Oh, I know. Because as we get into these last belts, they are... Yeah, these guys are not hooked up because we have to unhook these ones. We're going to have to figure out what to do with the quartz crystal too, because I don't think that's being brought out to the main bus. I think the quartz crystal had its own garbage chute, if I remember correctly. Alright, we're almost there. Nope, don't want to delete that. I want this. So for now, what I'll do is I'll put some mergers on these lines just to make sure that this doesn't get backed up. Is there anything else in here? Just this one line here. So we'll sort that out later. So this is the outside part. And it's like this doesn't have one. Apparently we're getting rid of a lot of casings. It might be overproducing casings. Gift sub. MindTripMedia gifted a tier 1 sub to Cap10 TTV. Thanks very much, MindTrip. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you, Sandy, for the reminder. I'm not sure how I didn't hear that. It did make a sound, right? Like I'm not just dealing with empty alerts. I'd rather it be human error than something going wrong technically with the stream. Human error I can fix easily. It did make a sound. Cool, thanks. I don't know. I guess there's just nothing in that lane. The giant maw was a good idea. The main bus was good in theory. Uh-oh. Now we're not making concrete. Where limestone needs to get pulled from somewhere. Where's all the limestone going from? Right there. See, this is why I wanted to extend this, because we need this here. We'll pull off from this side. I don't remember how much I need in here, though. I would say a Mark V, given that everything else is a Mark V. Cool. That should get that back up and producing. I don't think I removed any other spots where we're taking some output. All of this can get torqued. So I don't know if we're going to still need this. I'll have to see if I can bring the quartz out onto the main bus. We're probably going to need that for other things. So unfortunately, this little thing is going to have to stay active, I think, for a little bit. However, that gives us the opportunity to seal some of this in. So very similar to the rest of it. I think this is going to be a good way to do this. And I guess for here, I may still want access to this. So I feel like for here, we'll keep this low. I feel like there's something underneath here, and that's why we've gone up a bit. Oh, no. Okay. So I could actually utilize that space for as much as I can get. I guess this is just supposed to be like an outside wall. Right. It's just for depth. And at some point we go up to this platform, but I don't remember why we chose probably that rock there. Feels like for simplicity we should just do it here instead. Well, this is feeling a heck of a lot cleaner. Oh, I forgot about all this. What's happening there? Nothing. That's odd. Alright, we're gonna have to double check a lot of this stuff. So we can actually just not do that. We can move that over to one of these lines. That's concrete. I feel like we could join it up to this one easy enough. Going on the bottom. Holy frame rate. All those arrows. fact that there's nothing coming out of that second window is troubling. I'm not sure where that was supposed to be coming from. I'm going to leave this infrastructure in here. I'm going to delete the belts, but I'm going to leave the scaffolding just in case we need it in the future. Yeah, I don't know why none of those are making concrete. That's not good. What are you not getting? Water? Did I cut off the power to the water, maybe? No, you're not getting limestone. Oh, you know what? I bet you that I cut off the power to a limestone mine. Got a limestone mine over there. The limestone is coming in from way over there. Hold on now. Ah. Oh, that was a limestone intake. I must have deleted an intake by mistake. That's right. How much do we need? So this is... 127. So it's 120, 240, 360, 487.5. I don't know that we're bringing in enough limestone on that one line. I must have had a separate limestone line. Yes, there are two. There are two. So we'll grab the limestone from this one. I think they are above one another. Ah, there's the thing. So I want to maybe move that down a little bit. This is going to be taken off on this side. Don't remember what speed that was. Mark 5. So that should get our aluminum back up and going. Limestone and overflow.
Do you find working in the dark more efficient, or did you simply forget that light exists?
I forgot. Thanks for the break reminder, SweetSandi. Appreciate it. Low, I thought at some point to move to a mega factory because it makes the train network easier, but when I look at your factory, I think I will keep my small factories and connect them with lots of trains. I would say you're probably right in that assessment, Low. It becomes a beast, and it becomes... Because this is my first playthrough at this level, like I've played a couple of times, but this is the first time I'm up to like tier 8 and not ever going beyond. It's very difficult to plan a factory this large, whereas remote factories would be a lot more flexible, for sure. Plus, you could do a different design for each one. I do get sick of the green in Devastator, and I really had a lot of fun building the Autobot factories that we did in the Cybertron playthrough. So combining those saves, I'm gonna be making some more satellite stuff. I think our plastic and rubber, I think it's gonna have to be satellite factory. But anyway, folks, I take a break about once an hour. It is that time. I'll be back in 5 or 7 minutes. Still noticing some frame rates slowdowns on the turns. Not that one, but the other ones. I guess depends on the speed. Thank you, Sandy. So I think the next thing we got to look at is AI limiters in terms of production. I've got a space for that. Oh no, wait! I need to move the quartz, don't I? That's a thing that has to happen. So this is all looking pretty good. This is what we want. This is going to be capped over. I'll leave it open for now. I guess we should get rid of these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these reservoirs. To put them somewhere. Get rid of some spare parts here. So this little area is where we've been running the power. It's a little under the road area. But I'd like to leave that open if I can. Of course I made those purple by accident. Subtle. I wish that the coloring on the concrete walls was a little bit more saturated. I find it really not worth the effort. And it causes such a subtle messiness. It is really cool to be here when a train comes in. I like the sound of trains going by. It's cool. Should take this up properly. It's all temporary, but we should probably move that over by a notch. Oh, we need to move it over a number of ways. should be able to put it here. And that missed the train, that misses the train. There we go. So slowly we've really smoothed this area out. I think it's a lot more organized now. I feel like I can see the future of how I want to use this space. It opens up the main bus to these huge factory areas on either side. So I think we're good there. That is all purple. Do I want to keep that purple, or do I want to make it more dark? I kind of think this would be better darker. I guess we should put the garage door on the other side too. We decided on green railings, didn't we? At least on the inside. Don't know how I feel about that. That might be the better way to go. Oh, I think that was better. Lighter. Okay. This is green? Yeah. Not what we want. Don't know where the doors are going to be along here, so we'll just kind of do the whole thing. Actually, maybe we'll stop here, where the maw ends, where the main bus stops. I guess I want to close this off too, don't I? Turn those around. How are they the same on the bottom, no matter what? All right, we'll do that. And see the base of the signs that we put on the road. Station 2 meters. So I guess we'll do the same thing. Cool. And then we just need to fill this part in. Weird that unpainted makes them white. That tightens that up a bit. Really haven't decided what we're going to do with this part. And I need to move the hypertubes. I guess all that's going to happen when we get around to changing our storage room. All right, for down here, I might as well leave it open. Feel like we can probably use this as a ramp. Now here I would like to close this part off. But we'll leave it open for now. Maybe what we'll do is simply put in the walls. And just do one section like this. Yeah. Cleaning up the basement. Yeah, I find when you're flying around down here, like, you really want to be able to see what you're doing. I think I might leave those open just for now. I don't mind leaving this open because I feel like we're going to utilize this space for something. Same thing here. I don't know why that thing is here. I guess there's just some stuff under here that just doesn't work. Oh yeah, you can't blow up those real spindly looking things. This is annoying. We still have ingots coming through. That's weird. Where are you coming from? Aluminum ingots. Huh. No, those are steel ingots? Iron ingots. Iron ingots, okay. So that needed to go onto some sort of garbage chute. Is there like a left side? That's all bauxite. I could put them on this top one. Yeah, let's do that. Can't tell if that's in the middle. Oh, that's in the middle. Still not snapping. So annoying. And because it's not perfectly on that center, it's not going to do the nice lineup thing that I wanted to do. It's annoying. I wonder if I did this first. That would help. It doesn't even snap there. That's such a dumb... Yeah. So annoying. I really hope they add some of these quality of life changes where we can actually get like a number of these order of operations removed. Oh, that was supposed to be up higher, wasn't it? There we go. It is very hard bouncing around in here. It's really hard on the head and hard on the eyes. All right, so then that should now eliminate that last little bit over here. And this is pulling something off. Overflow. I don't need that to do anything then. One less thing. Nice. Again, I'm going to leave this infrastructure in here, but eliminate the belts. This I have to keep for now. But we will eventually get rid of that too. Big head face. Hello, hello. All right, things seem to be smoothly running. I know the rubber is not, but it's doing that by design, so I'm okay with that. Cool. As long as it's kid safe. I don't know if anything I'm building in this game is kid safe. I think that goes for all players. So how are we doing as far as our production efficiency for some of this stuff? 100%. Good, good, good. Nice. Sweet. These are going to always be low because we're not bringing in all of the production capacity. This is always going to be bottlenecked because we're bringing in more nitrogen gas than we actually need. But that's great. So that means I need to figure out what we're going to do with... I think we're putting everything back onto the track now. So, yep, those go back onto... There's the thermal propulsion rockets there. We are currently... Got a heat sink thing there. Overflow goes to a sink. I can remove all of this now. Or I can as soon as I get rid of this. I'm not sure where the dismantle carts go. I've got them combined, but like I don't know where the combined dismantle crate goes. Anything else in here I don't need? Do I need any of these? Oh, I just put those up there. Okay. Not sure what we might need that for later, but we'll keep it. That's no longer a thing. This is only coming in from this way. So I think the last thing we need to do is just run the heat sinks onto the main bus. So instead of going into there, we're going to send that down to the main bus. Looks like we've got space. And then we can get rid of this awesome sink situation. Looks like a Mark 1 is fine. And we should be able to just send it straight that way. Now, can we get this to go down? I don't know if we want it to go down. Maybe we'll go straight over the top. Every now and again, you just run into these junctions where it's just really tight and messy. And the hover pack bouncing you around does not help. We, I believe, can connect to here. These are all going on to lane, whatever that third one is. That's pretty light, so we'll just connect it up to that. That should be pretty easy. We'll just connect it onto this piece here. No, I thought I was going to like the straight mode a lot better for going up and down, but I think I like the curve mode a lot better. So that will merge. So I've got up the other end. There they come. And now I just have to figure out what line that is, and we'll make a note of it in my spreadsheet. Branded by Fate. Only thing kind of kid safe is making a circle track of T1 conveyor belts. Yeah, that's fair. I only know early sandstone and concrete production. This crap confuses me. I'm just waiting to see that fully implemented controller support. That isn't an experimental. Really? I can't imagine playing this game with a controller. I think that would be absolutely crazy. These are our heatsink overflows, and they are going onto lane number center at the bottom. No, center 3. Did we lose center 1? We lost center 1. So center 1, 2, 3. Mm-mm-mm. 2, 3. We did not mention what's on here. We've got I think the fuse modular frames are on here too. And now heat sinks. I'm probably going to want to put spaces there. Hundreds of hours? Yeah. More like thousands. It's taken a long time. I feel like the fused modular frames are coming down this way. I feel like I did something different with them up top. No, all three of them are being merged. We're just not getting them down here for a low production rate, maybe? Oh, I pulled them temporarily for that pressure conversion cube, maybe? Okay, so where do these go? We're making 3 per minute. But we only need 2, right? Yeah, we only need 2. So where is the overflow that going? Overflow. Aha. Feel like the radio control units need to go somewhere as well. So these are being brought over here. And when we do get overflow, we want it to go somewhere. We can probably just connect up to the same line we did the heat sinks. That seems viable. What we could do is something real sneaky. I've not yet used these, but if we do a merger, actually we'll do it the other way. That is the overflow for those. Oh, that doesn't line up. That's annoying. And there's the crash. Awesome. I can just tell when it happens now. Don't remember how long ago we saved. Autosave is every 15. Question for more advanced users from Big Head Face. Twitch users. I'm currently on a gifted sub. Am I not able to simply continue the sub using my Twitch Prime? I can't see the button that says subscribe for free. If you currently have a sub and you want to use Prime, I think you have to wait for the sub to lapse. Like, you can't sub if you're already subbed. I think you have to wait for it. Like, how long before it expires, Big Head Face? $11 days, yeah. I don't think you'll be able to do it until it actually expires. In the same way, like, I don't think you can renew your sub before it expires, even if it was a regular paid sub. You can hold out until then, just wanted to make sure you're not missing something. Yeah, that's fair. I really appreciate it. Thank you for continuing on, even though you're switching from a tier 1 to a prime. How am I doing? Oh, migration complete. Nice. It's going to be cool to have something on in the background behind me too. My iMac has a pretty screen. I'm going to put something on the screen probably for streams. Oh, thanks, Big Headface. Appreciate the compliment. Last save was 12 minutes ago. We'll see. I guess I could have combined a lot of these into the single stream because some of them are so slow. Oh, not too bad. I guess we have to redo that. I guess hindsight is 2020. We can probably just join this up with another export line. Like there's the thermal propulsion rockets. We can probably just have the heat sinks join up with that. Oh, all this is still. Wow, chuggy. Alright, so that's coming over to there. What I should and could do is that's the export for those. What line did I put these on? Okay. We'll just put them all in the same thing. There's going to be some reorganizing. But now that we've got the vertical mergers, I think utilizing one in and one out for these low belts is way better. I'm not sure why I was building more belts. My brain is just not used to having these capabilities. So let's just make this easy. so that is the output line for thermal propulsion rockets. This is the output line for that. We can just merge this. Now that does not look like it's going to line up. That is misleading. The fact that that doesn't click in the right spot is really annoying. Yeah, it's either too high or too low. That's dumb. Assuming they're going to fix that. All right, so that's a very blurry turbo motor. We've got that going on to the thermal propulsion line. We need the heat sinks to do the same thing. It's probably going to be easier to actually go down to do that. And what we can do is just attach it through here. What's going to be the best way to do that? Why are you not snapping? It's a pain. Vertically merging stuff is still not easy. So these are all going on to the same line as the thermal propulsion rockets. So on my drive sheet, it is no longer there. That's going over here. Use modular frames. We do know it's 1 per minute. Heat sinks, I don't know off the top of my head. Cool. I think that's working. You know, you're watching someone of class when they pull out the spreadsheets for their game. You know what? It's worth it for this game. Same with Satisfactory Modeler as well. Definitely worth it. Yeah, Sandy, I agree. I think they really need to fix that too. How's it going, Lucid? Hope you're having a good day so far. Alright, so I'm not worried about the decor up here. Just yet, anyway. Very busy system. Right, I was running low on aluminum sheets. And we need those for belts. So one of the quick ways I could do this is find my aluminum sheet canister. We could very easily get 3 bins here. Don't think I need that. Almost an hour since the last break. Want to wait for nighttime? Where's the sun? Yeah, we'll wait for nighttime. It'll happen soon enough. Thanks, Sadie. So I can temporarily find my sheets. Where are the sheets being sent? There. Not that far away. Between these two here. And then to get these out, that is actually over that space. I guess we'll go up to the ceiling. This is temporary anyway. What did I put there? So eventually I want to do this for everything in a much neater way. We've reached the limit. Now we should see to start to populate a little bit. Nice. I just didn't want to run out. And then have to wait for it to build up again. Man, the inventory problems are real. Seems so strange that there's just that one extra little bit at the end. It would be nice to have one place to dump everything too. Alright, that's more workable. So no worries there. Oops. Alright, oh, I think I might be done with all of my slugs. We have so many of these guys now. I've got 150 power shards because I used the summer sloop to double them, and so one purple power slug now goes into 10. It's wild. Huge change with 1.0. We're slowly cleaning up here too. Everything down there looks like it's moving. Nice. I wonder if the next thing should really be to plan out my the corridors for my storage room. Actually figure out what we're gonna need. Like, we don't need bins upon bins. Like, I feel like 2 bins should be fine. Like 1 double bin. I think that's all we really need. The problem that I have is, like, I don't particularly enjoy the interface to actually get something. We can't do doors on our own. I did this at one of the other places and it looked cool, but we don't have like doors that actually line up. Or do we? I guess it would look kind of funny. That works maybe if we had a small wall or something. Maybe something in behind. I did something before. Maybe it was a beam. I think it was a beam. I'd love to be able to put doors in whatever wall you want. That would be cool. Because then above these, we could easily just have like a display sign. We'd have to find a way to make that look good. What we would probably do is push the doors back. Or bring this forward. If we made these ones super dark, maybe it would look okay. Too many menus. That's not bad. I mean, this could also be whatever we want. And then we could have a sign above everything. I haven't made a storage room since dimensional storage was put in the game. The problem that I have with dimensional storage, and this is, I think, a unique problem to making mega builds, which I really don't like that term, but when you're building this large, I need more than the dimensional storage usually has to offer. Like, I can go through 600 plates or 1500 concrete pretty fast. And this is actually not replenishing right now, which is weird. So I need very, very slowly. So I can pull that out faster than I can put stuff in. So having a double bin of something is usually pretty handy. But I need to start thinking about how we're going to get stuff from all the way down there, essentially. Like that line there. We need to have something that pulls stuff up to this level. So I sort of need a plan to figure out like what we need to have up and down the aisles. What I should probably do is plan like what the aesthetics are going to look like first. But I feel like we do have a corridor here vertically. Like once we're past this stuff, I feel like we've got space, you know, like here to go up and down. Yeah. We'll have to use that, I think. All right. Anyway, I'm losing the light, so we're going to grab another break. Let me grab the train here. once again, folks, I step away about once an hour. A little bit past that right now, so we're just going to grab another drink. Maybe grab a stretch. You should too. Grab a friend, let them know that we're streaming. I will be right back. I guess we could maybe put a frame on the back of the base too. Haven't really thought much about what the back of this thing is going to look like. It doesn't have any legs in the back either. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Dan. Alright. What I should do is see if we can get plastic into the dimensional depot. Same thing with rubber. So I don't think we have that yet. We also need to fix up the train line going south. So yeah, if we look at our dimensional depot, we look for rubber. Definitely don't have any. And no plastic. Oh, we do have plastic. Where am I sending plastic to dimensional depot? A really good question. And circuit boards. No computers. Let's, I guess we'll go on, I guess we'll take the train down to the other spot. I wonder, I don't know where I'm putting stuff into Dimensional Depot. Am I like, maybe I just put it there manually? No? Okay. No, I don't want. So much for that. I really don't like the buttons that they give you for going in and out of trains. I always hit the wrong one. I wonder if I did hook it up down in Wheeljack. I've noticed a couple times on breaks the trains have gotten stuck here because this is all one giant block. I need to fix that too. I just don't know where, like left and right here, where I want to put the track. Like, I guess sending it under the arch makes sense. But we have a lot more room here. Like, we could easily go to the left of that. Like, we don't have to go inside of it. But I feel like you're far enough away here that you get a good look at Megatron. And then I'm not sure about the height, because the trains that are going into Megatron are going to go like at this level, give or take. So I'll park it at Wheeljack, and then we'll check out Sunstreaker and try to figure out what's going on. I think this was the most fun I've had with the train station, integrating it into a factory, like putting it right on the roof like that. I thought that was pretty fun. there's plastic there. Do we have a dimensional depot for plastic in here, though? Not that I can see. So this is the slow trickle of our concrete. Although that's not a dimensional depot. Oh. We should fix that. Unless I think I've got a dimensional depot hooked up on another machine. I think there's a dimensional depot over there. Yeah, I can see it here. So it's just producing 60 per minute. That's slow. I think what we can do... Can I build a dimensional depot? Yes. Alright. We're going to build another one in the facility, and that should speed up the replenishment of our concrete, because our concrete is like super slow. Now, hopefully, this is something I'm going to be able to do. Okay, so then I just put a dimensional depot up here. I probably have to reconnect these. So these are only Mark 1s. I feel like these could be upgraded. No, the upload rate's only 60 per minute. Oh, right. I had to, like, nudge these into place. How did I do that before? And then I think I had to like attach a belt somehow. That work? Yes. Right, so that's the concrete sorted. Are these all red? These are all red. No, they don't connect the right way where they're at. It's silly. Don't see any plastic happening here. We have more goodies down here. I never thought about this place. Computers. No. So where am I putting plastic? Into Dimensional Depot. Guess we're just going to have some spare concrete up here. I don't think I managed to put anything over here. Maybe I did. Unless it's at Megatron? It could be at Megatron. Oh, you know what? I think it's at Megatron. Yeah, it's a beam on the bottom. So those are storage, but there's no depots. Everything back here that's extra just gets tossed into an awesome sink that's out back here. And I didn't feel like putting dimensional depots out here. I guess I could. But I was trying to think the other day, like how I could add in dimensional depots, but there's just not room because there's this other floor. Unless I go up to the next floor and I redesign this space to like have the dimensional depots exposed up here, I can't really think of another way to do it. Because then we could add computers and plastic. But I feel like we've done plastic at the other spot. So maybe we'll add rubber there too. Can I build another dimensional depot? No, I'm missing a Mercer sphere. There's one dimensional depot over there. I don't think I have anything over here. Let's go check. I do. That's what that's for. Okay, so we do have one here for... Okay, that's probably good to leave. I don't want to dismantle that one. Copper. Early aluminum just to get us off the ground. And no dimensional depot over here. This is all manual anyway. Okay. So it must be over at Megatron, which means I need to find another Mercer sphere. Don't know any around here immediately off the top of my head. scanner? Yeah, that's a good idea too. Can I scan for that? No, it's the hand scanner. One this way. Closer than we thought. I feel like they're back, because I know I would have gotten everything in this immediate area. Is there a cave under here? Probably, yes. Oh no, it's right here.
Are you a temple?
If I had a body, it would be a temple.
You have no body?
I don't think we're on the same line here.
You see lines where there are curves, shallows where there are depths, consume our blood.
I will continue gathering data, I suppose.
A lot of them respond with 1.1. That's fair. I think this is why I didn't put one on rubber at Megatrons, because I didn't have the ability to make one. Yeah, all the slugs are back too. That's fine by me. Although with the summer sloops in the game and the ability to duplicate them, I feel like they give you enough slugs. I don't think you ever really... I've not run into a situation where I've run out of slugs. I want to do some breaks and go do some decorating and stuff for Megatron, but I feel like I really want to get the next space elevator parts at least going before that happens, and we're a mile from that. So there's a crafting recipe for power shards now too? I don't know if I knew that. Now, unfortunately, I don't have an offshoot for this track. I did it again. I'll try to be quick while I'm here. Yeah, there's a depot, and that's probably for plastic. And I think it's not permanent, it's just, yeah. It's just a storage thing. Okay. I wonder, seeing as that our dimensional depot only holds... Let me just put this silly thing away. It only holds 600. So I feel like we could probably put the dimensional depot next to the train. So like this as a splitter, we could replace that with a smart splitter. And go plastic, no, overflow. Plastic here. And then put the dimensional depot right next to this. So then it's going to fill the plastic up. So it'll do a stack of plastic there. And then Oh, it's just going straight up. Yeah, that's what we'll do over here too. I'll go get that Mercer sphere. And then we'll just do the same thing for rubber. Rubber and then overflow. So that way we'll always have rubber in the depot as well. And we'll just speed that along. I probably have a bin full of rubber over here anyway. What were we doing here? Why? This is overflow? Yeah. So it's prioritizing the train. And then it's filling the bin. And then it's grinding it. Okay. But at least now we've got the dimensional depot sorted. And now I gotta get out of the way for the trains, because there's 2 trains that come here now. Oh, late game tier 9, that makes sense. For crafting the power shards. Thanks, Sandy. Appreciate it. There's probably some Mercer spheres back in those caves, too. So the train line, it looks like it's wide enough that it goes past. We could just take this straight down, I guess. Scott DL51, thanks very much for the follow, appreciate it. And Banshee Centaru, thanks for the follow. Hope I pronounced your name right. Oh yeah, we could totally bypass that whole thing if we wanted to go straight. I feel like that might be a better way to do it. We could have things emerge on the other side of that. How we doing for our aluminum sheets? Oh, nice. Yeah, working great. Yeah, hooking this up was a really good idea. I'm much happier with how slick this looks now. Very cool. Our hypertubes are out of date. We have to figure out what's going to happen here. I think a lot of this is going to have to do with what happens with our storage. But yeah. I think that's probably a decent place to wrap up for the day. Let's see if we can find somebody to send you along to for Satisfactory. The dip looks cool. Yeah, that's still going to get covered up, I think, but it made me think about doing something like that in other places. But I like this. This kind of stuff looks really cool. I like having so many belts and so many things moving around. I think it's a lot of fun. But anyway, let's do that. Yeah. Let's just see who I can find that's available to send you on a raid. Big Headface, thanks very much. You too. I've got nobody playing Satisfactory. Oh no, that's a lie. Jeezy is playing Satisfactory. Redoing the Steel Factory. And it looks like they just started, as far as I can tell. So we'll send you over to Jeezy. I will be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock Atlantic, UTC minus 4 hours, I think. You can always follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky. Joel Duggan, very easy to find. I do post when I go live. Or if you're in the Discord, you'll get an automatic notification. We've got a streamer bot that lets everybody know whenever I go live on Twitch, so you never miss it. Check out the Spawn Chunks and the Citadel Cafe podcasts. That's what I got to go do now. I got to go edit the Citadel Cafe. And don't forget to check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/JoelDuggan. It's a great way to support the stream. It's only $2 a month, and you get access to the Discord. So I will see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.